Assalamu alaikum students, this is our lecture number 16. In our today's video, we will cover skip sequences. Skip sequences are codes which are used to specify certain actions. The combination of backslash and the character followed by it is known as skip sequence. As you can see, that there is the backslash, and after backslash, there will be a character from the C character set. Now the backslash indicates that a special effect is needed, and the character following the backslash specifies that which action will be performed. But skip sequences are used in the output functions, means that they are used in the printf. In this slide, you can see some commonly used skip sequences in C language. The first is backslash A. A stands for alert or alarm, and if you write down the backslash A in the printf statement, you will hear a beep sound in computer internal speaker. Second is backslash B, and its B stands for the backspace, and if you use the backslash B in the printf statement, the cursor will move one space back. Third is backslash F. F stands for form feed, and it leaves one blank paper on the printer attached while it is printing. Next is backslash N, and you can see that I've highlighted it because it is one of the most important and commonly used skip sequence in the C language. N stands for the new line. And if you write down the backslash N in your statement, then it will move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Next is the backslash R, which stands for carriage return, and it moves cursor to the beginning of same line. Then there's backslash T. T stands for tab. Tab is also commonly used, and it moves the cursor to one tab forward, means that it will leave 8 spaces. Now, if you want to print the backslash in the printf statement, then you have to write the double backslash, as one is the part of skip sequence and other is used to print it. If you want to print the single quotes on the output screen, then you also have to use the backslash. You will write the backslash single quotes. And if you want to print the double quotes, you will be using again the backslash mark. So these were the skip sequences, some of the skip sequences. Now I will try to make these skip sequences more clear to you with the help of some examples. Our first task is to print the following message on the output screen in 2 lines. As you can see, that in the first line we will be printing today C is used for writing all kinds and then of application programs in the next line. So how you will write down that program? Probably like that, okay? Most probably you will be using the 2 printf statements. In the first statement, you will write down the first line, and in the second statement, you will write down the second line. But let's see that if you write down that program and you use the compiler, that what output will be generated. Oh, look at the output. Still, the both lines are printed in the same line in the output screen. And this is not our desired output. We want to print this into the 2 separate lines like that. This means that our program is wrong. So how we can write down this program then? We will be using the skip sequences. As I have told you in the previous slide, that the skip sequence used for the next line is backslash n. This means that in the beginning of the next printf statement, you will write down the backslash n. Or you can also write down the backslash n where the first statement ends. Or you do not need to put the two printf statements. You can write down a single printf statement, and in between that single printf statement, you can write down the \n. If you write down any of these three programs, this output will be generated. Means that our message will be printed into two different lines. This means that this one is correct, this one is also correct, and this one is also correct. So all three are correct because we are using the skip sequence \n. Okay, I hope that it's clear. Now we will move towards our next example. And in this example, we have to write down the following message. Now you can see that the message is in two lines, okay? And also you can see a lot of space in between these words. My, then there's space, name, then there's space, is, and after is there's also space, is Aisha. And in the next line we will be printed I, space M, space R, space student. So how you can think you will write down this program? As I have told you in the previous slide, that \t is used for the 8 spaces. In the first line, it will be leaving the 8 spaces, and in the second line, it will be aligning the next word of where the word of first line is coming. So we will write down this program using the \t. I'll write down that my \t to give the 8 spaces name. Then there's again \t is \t Aisha. And after the Aisha, we are moving towards the next line. So I'm using the \n. We will come here. And then we will print I in \t to align the M with the name, and to align the R with the is, and to align the student with the Aisha. So with the help of the \t and \n, I have printed this message. So this will be our output. My name is Aisha. This means that we have written the right program. Fine, this was our second example. Now we are moving towards the third example. Now you have to print the following message. What is the message? The message is that the \/ indicates that a special effect is needed. Okay, so write down a program. We will use a single printf statement, and we will write down that string same as it is, except that we are using the skip sequence of double \/ here. Because you cannot use a single \/ in the printf statement, it will give you an error. To write down the \/ you will be using the double \/ and this will give you the same output. Now our fourth example is that on the output screen you have to print the following message, that knowledge is power, and you have to print it inside the double quotes. Okay, so how we will be printing it? We will be printing it using the skip sequences of the \/ and the double quotations. These double quotations are the part of the syntax of the printf statement. And if we want to print the double quotes in our program, then we have to use the skip sequences. We will be writing the \/ double quotations. In the end, we will be also writing the \/ double quotations. So the output will be the knowledge is power. So this was our lecture today, and I hope that it is clear to you. It was an easy one. Thank you for your attention.